contributed something tonight to get this win. And for us, that's what it's going to take again tomorrow night if we want to cut these nets down. Um, each and every one of them is going to have to bring it, and we're going to have to make some key plays down the stretch, some winning plays. And tonight, that's what this group did. They made some winning plays down the stretch, made a couple stops, and got the job done. And very proud of this group getting this win tonight.
Absolutely. What a finish. So, again, Washington moving on to the championship. They'll play the winner of game number 2 coming up, Princeton and Southridge. And a reminder, you can watch game 2 live on our YouTube feed tonight. We'll feed it live so you can watch the action from home. Just visit youtube.com and search WHSH Broadcasting. If you're not on already, over 200 viewers watching that thrilling finish and hundreds and hundreds of listeners worldwide.
That's awesome.
Appreciate all the positive feedback. We enjoyed bringing that one to them, didn't we, Kyle?
Oh, it was great. That's what you want this time of year, and you know what? It just makes it a little bit sweeter when your team wins. And tonight, Hatchett's doing a nice job. Proud of them. Proud of the coaching staff. Good execution by the kids. And we got to do it again tomorrow night, which unfortunately I'm not going to be here,
Kyle.
so I'm counting on you. And probably maybe Mr. Gear sitting in for me. But
yeah, he's going to be here.
I'm going to hate to miss tomorrow night, but I will definitely be tuned in, no doubt about it.
We're going to miss you, buddy. Let's do one more thing before we wrap it up. It's time to hand out the Postgame Awards. We'll start first with the Freddie Energy High Energy Player of the Game. From Freddie Energy, fueling your everyday life.
Working with the sophomore tonight, Trey Reed. What do you have total point-wise there, Shake?
10 points total. Lots of energy, though, from Trey, no doubt about it.
10 points, but you know what? Sometimes those points come at the most opportune times or the times when you need it most, and a couple of those were offensive rebounds. He had one late drive there when Washington was spreading the court, wide open layup, and he hit a couple of free throws down the stretch as well. So 10 points, yes. Not going to wow anybody as far as when they look at the box score, but of those 10 points, man, each and every one of them was important.
And defense.
And yeah, the defense on Lane second half, give credit to Lane. Like Coach said, he made some shots. We made him earn him. And Trey, most definitely Hardeman came in too and put the locks down on him for a while as well. So Trey Reed, high energy.
Bill Dobson Ford Tough Player of the Game. From Bill Dobson Ford, I think we're going to have co-winners on this one, Kyle. Too tough to make and pick just one.
Yeah, I mean, you just couldn't decide on this one. Two seniors, Bryce Browning, Hunter Killian, both deserving of something, no doubt about it. And we just couldn't make a decision there. Both of those players doing a whale of a job tonight. Browning with, what was it, 17?
17.
Hunter with 13. And I also had Browning with like 8 rebounds. I had Killian with 5 rebounds. So both of those boys brought it tonight. And as seniors, this time of year, that's what you want. And very deserving.
Well, congratulations to the two seniors, Bryce Browning and Hunter Killian, combining for 30 points. Our tough players of the game tonight from Bill Dobson Ford. Finally, the overall MVP presented by Annaluke Chapman, your RE/MAX real estate broker, and Heller's Lawn Pro and Heller's Unlimited. And this has to go to the senior point guard tonight. Leading scorer with 19 points, Tyson Wright.
Yeah, we'll go with Tyson. Just an overall floor game. We mentioned it time and time again. Tonight he actually led the team in scoring too, which doesn't always happen for him, as he's usually the one that is orchestrating the offense and getting it to Niehaus or Browning or our other guys that does the bulk of our scoring most nights. But Tyson Wright tonight doing what a senior captain, senior point guard needs to do in March, getting the job done. We mentioned our motto is survive and advance this time of year, and he was not going to let us be denied tonight. He's going to give us a chance to cut down those nets tomorrow night, I'm sure, and proud of him, proud of all these Hatchets. Like I said, great effort tonight.
Tyson Wright, our overall MVP from Annaluke Chapman, your RE/MAX real estate broker, and Heller's Lawn Pro and Heller's Unlimited. Job well done, Kyle Cornelius. Big finish tonight for the Hatchets. We're moving on to the championship tomorrow. Remember, championship game tips off at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. tomorrow night, with pregame coverage at 6:45. Here on your home for the Hatchets, Memories 107.9. For our studio producer, Andy Morrison, back at home base tonight. And again, a reminder, if you want to watch Game 2, be sure to go to youtube.com, search WHSH Broadcasting, and you can enjoy the live stream as Game number 2 is coming up next. It's going to be another thriller. Southridge and Princeton on the way. Have a great evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow night on WAMW.
All right, you're clear. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks. Welcome, fans, to the Hatchet House in Washington for game number 2 tonight of the 3A boys basketball sectional semifinals. Boy, if you missed the first one, you missed a thriller. Brooks Robinson is joining me alongside to help with the broadcast for game number 2. Brooks, what a finish for the Washington Hatchets, huh?
Yeah, it was a heck of a game out there. I thought after they hit that double clutch shot from 3, it was a little scary because they brought them within 1, that anything can happen with 2 seconds left.
Absolutely, and the Hatchets did what they had to do. They're moving on to the championship in overtime, beating Vincennes Lincoln 64-61. You're watching WHSH TV, a production of the radio TV class at Washington High School. And we thank you for viewing tonight. Remind you that tomorrow's championship will also be right here live on YouTube. So spread the word, as if you can't make it in person, we'd love to have you for the broadcast here on YouTube. And boy, not too many didn't make it for tonight's game in person. There's a huge crowd here this evening, Brooks.
Oh yeah, I love the atmosphere. This is basketball atmosphere right here. This is Indiana basketball at its finest right here.
It's go time. I don't know if you heard Coach Miller mention this earlier, but Indianapolis Star has rated this game number 2 as one of the top 10 games in the state, one of the top 10 semifinal games in the state, and with good reason. You've got the Princeton Tigers at 18-5 and the Southridge Raiders at 19-5.
I honestly think this is the best game in the sectional. It's honestly a shame these two have to play each other now, because this is a championship game right here in the semifinals.
It's going to be a big one, no doubt about it.
There's athleticism all over the court tonight. I want to see some high-flying action, because you're going to see some. You got a 6'10". I don't know what grade he's in, but he's 6'10", can put it down. You got just about everybody in the Raiders lineup can put one down. You got Colson Montgomery, who is a 3-sport stud. He could go play college football, he could play college baseball, and he's getting offers in basketball. D1 offers, too.
Yeah, absolutely, and just a sophomore, as you mentioned.
Yes, he is the number 1 baseball prospect in Indiana as a sophomore.
The Southridge Raiders had a chance to play on this floor already once, as they won against Sullivan here on Tuesday night in the first round of play. But Sullivan gave Southridge all they can handle with the final score 49-44, and they were able to shut Colson Montgomery down for the most part. That's got to be a key for Princeton in getting the win here in the second semifinal game.
Miss Rohr, she's my geometry teacher. She said that's the worst she's ever seen them play was that night. And she said, I hope they got it all out of their system for tonight, because tonight's going to be a big one.
Miss Rohr, of course, a teacher here at Washington High School and the wife of Southridge head coach Mark Rohr. He's in his first year with the Raiders. Again, 19 wins, 5 losses. Overall, Coach Rohr in 7 years of high school basketball has combined for 113 wins to just 63 losses. For Princeton, they're under head coach Ryan Haywood. Again, 18-5. Princeton has lost 2 of their last 3. One of those in double overtime against the Barry Vikings. What a finish that one was. If you were able to see that game in person, that game was big. The Princeton Tigers fell to the Washington Hatchets earlier this season as well. Washington won 72-58. And asking Coach Miller which team he wanted to face, he said, we're there, we'll find out. You know, you can't really pick one over the other.
Yeah, they're both pretty evenly matched. They got size and athleticism on both sides. Princeton has a little bit more of the upper hand on the sides with 6'10" out there. Their biggest guy, I believe, is 6'6" out there.
Jurian Ballard is the 5'8" sophomore at guard for Princeton. Also starting 5'10" senior Kerry Hunter. Forward is 6'10" senior Matt Dove. 6'2" senior Stephen Wilkerson at guard. And 6'6" senior Zach Dove rounds out the lineup for Princeton. Matt Price, Joe LaGrange, Colson Montgomery, and Garrett Vogel, the 4 guards for Southridge. Jaden Hayes at center. And at the opening tip, Matt Dove a little overeager.
Princeton with the ball.
But the Tigers come up with it, and Princeton will start with first possession. We're underway here in game number 2 of the semifinals. Thanks for watching WHSH TV tonight, a production of the Washington Radio TV class. Princeton quickly tries to work it in to Zach Dove. It's knocked loose and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers underneath.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Matt Dove, he is also a very good football player as a tight end and a defensive lineman. He is Rob Gronkowski in high school for him.
Stephen Wilkerson gets the inbound pass, and Princeton will set the offense to try again. Just underway here in game number 2. Set to be a good battle. The winner will move on for the championship tomorrow against Princeton. Inside out, and the 3 attempt is no good by Corey Hunter. Rebound controlled by the Raiders. Here's Montgomery. Long three from the volleyball line. Couldn't get it.
Both of them are very good shooters. I've seen that shot fall several times for both of them.
Princeton has it back. Still scoreless so far. A minute gone here in the opening quarter. Zach Dove off to Stephen Wilkerson. Wilkerson tries for the long three, and he'll get it.
That's a beautiful shot from the top of the key by Wilkerson.
Both of these teams not afraid to step out and shoot the three. He was at least 2 steps off the arc there.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot, beautiful fall through. Everything was good about it. Yeah, how old is he again, you said?
That was Stephen Wilkerson. He's a senior, final year with the Tigers.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
There's a nice move to the bucket by Montgomery. Shook his defender, laid it in off the glass.
That was pretty. He's so smooth at everything he does, and he's only a sophomore. They got 2 more years of dealing with him.
3-2 now. 1-point lead for Princeton. Tigers with the ball. Jerian Ballard, the sophomore, underneath. Finds Zach Dove. Zach with the finish.
That was a nice, strong finish by the big man, Zach Dove.
5-2 in favor of Princeton. One thing about Southridge, we saw this in the Sullivan game, they're not real deep off the bench. They play these 5 most of the night. There's a lob into Montgomery, and he gets 2 more.
Yeah, he's going to be tough to stop tonight. He had a rough game in the first game. I think he's dusted off the cobwebs. He's ready to go tonight.
Wilkerson with a nice move to the bucket. Jump stop, lays it in for 2.
Wilkerson had a big game against the Hatchets. He almost brought them back for the win, but just couldn't quite do it. He's so smooth with his ball handling and everything. He just knows what he's doing. Basketball's his love.
3-pointer from Matt Price, and he'll tie this one up at 7 apiece. This is indicative of what we're going to see tonight. It's going to go back and forth all night long. And we see fans here from Vincennes Reveille and Bar-Eve after they finished up their Class A game in Lagodi. We see fans from several other schools here just to watch a good basketball game tonight.
I mean, this is just a place you want to be. It's one of the biggest gyms in Indiana, and 2 of the best teams in Southern Indiana going at it tonight.
Nice jumper by Joe LaGrange. He gets in the scoring column, and Southridge has their first lead now, 9-7. Under 5 minutes to go first quarter.
You're just going to be back and forth all night. This is the game. This game, I'd say, in the state. I mean, not in the state, but it's Southern Indiana tonight. This is probably the best game. It's a wonderful night out here. Here's the 3. Yeah, that's a good shot.
And no good by Jerian Ballard. The rebound to
and
Zach Dove.
Walk.
Yep, Dove went up with it, and he was met by some opposition and fell back to his feet.
And he shuffled his feet a little bit, too, while he's on the ground there.
And it's going to be Southridge ball. So the Raiders with the lead in the basketball. 9-7 our score. 4.5 left to go first quarter here at the Hatchet House. 3A semifinals, game number 2.
Yeah.
Almost denied by Princeton, but Colson Montgomery comes up with the loose ball. Look at the attention they're paying to Montgomery as he launches another long 3. Loose ball controlled by Wilkerson and the Tigers. Wilkerson pulls up, missed. It's too strong.
That's not the shot I'd want off that possession. You got a good steal. It's good to take it down on the fast break, but in cases you just need to dribble out and set up a good offensive play.
Jaden Hayes missed on the 3, and the rebound went to Princeton, and Hayes is going to be called for the foul. His first. That's the team's first foul as well.
Yeah, and my apologies, I messed up. It was Zach Dove that is the very good football player, not Matt Dove.
Under 4 minutes to go. 9-7 our score. Southridge holding on to a 2-point lead. Princeton with the ball. Jerian Ballard over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson out now to Dove for 3. He missed it. And the rebound to Colson Montgomery and the Raiders.
Yeah, I wonder how good a chemistry the 2 brothers out there, Zach and Matt, have when they're playing basketball. I'm sure they've been doing that for a long time, ever since they were kids, working on plays together. That's what I'd do if I had a brother close to my age, be playing basketball, working on special plays. It's nice to have somebody you really have a true chemistry with out on the court playing.
3 minutes left to go. Both teams feeling each other out in this opening quarter as Princeton gets the steal. Wilkerson swatted it loose right into the hands of Matt Dove. Let's see what the Tigers can do here. They trail by a bucket. Off to Jurian Ballard. Ballard.
A little wild pass there. Got tipped.
And it's going out of bounds to Southridge. Now that was a little miscommunication and a bad play there by the Tigers. Good defense by the Raiders as we see our first sub coming in now for Princeton. Checking in is Brantley Muckerhide. 2:40 left to go, first quarter. Still 9-7. We've been locked here for a bit. Southridge leads, and they have the ball. Jaden Hayes open for three, short. Ooh. Rebound pulled in by the Tigers.
For a big man, Jaden Hayes has got a nice touch and a good shot.
Yes,
out
he
there.
does. Muckerhide works it over to Ballard. Ballard at the top of the key. Now kicks it back to Muckerhide. He'll try for three. No good. Rebound to Dove. Dove resets. Now here's a three by Ballard. He missed. And Colson Montgomery tries to hand it off, and it's denied by Muckerhide. That was a nice heads-up play by Muckerhide, so Princeton maintains possession with a third chance here. Over it goes to Zach Dove, now to Stephen Wilkerson, and this time the Tigers slow it up a little bit. Look at both coaches on the sideline. Very animated, two greats. You've got Ryan Haywood for Princeton, Mark Rohr for Southridge.
Yeah, it's not just a player battle out here, it's also a coaching battle.
Give him three. Jurian Ballard connects from three-point land, and now Princeton retakes the lead, 10-9. As we continue to go back and forth here in this opening quarter. Minute 20 left. Tigers with the edge. Southridge with the ball. Right to left on your dial for this first half of play.
And out here in this sectional game, you're really playing for a do-or-die situation. Winner gets to stay, keep playing, and the loser has to go home. That's the end of the season.
Matt Price missed from three. The rebound controlled by Princeton.
So these are games you just really want to put it all out there. Because if you're a senior, you don't want to be done playing. You want to keep playing. And Mark Rohr is also a former Bar Eve Viking.
That's right.
I'm sure he's got some family here to support him coaching. And some former fans whenever he played for Bar Eve here watching him coach. And from what I've heard, he was a pretty good player out there.
Did a nice job coaching South Knox, too, in his first stint as a head coach before taking the Southridge job this year. 25 seconds left. Princeton holding on for the last shot here in the opening quarter as they have the 1-point lead, 10-9. Ballard out to Muckerhide. Now back to Ballard. Wilkerson, now they got to make a move with 8 seconds remaining. They kick it out top of the key. And a foul called against Princeton. It's going to give the ball back to Southridge with 4 seconds left.
Jaden Hayes is also an outstanding defensive player. He swatted one up into the third row their last game with Sullivan.
Jurian Ballard was called for that foul, his first, team's first. So full court pressure now by Princeton. Southridge has to take it the length of the floor. They have 3 seconds left. There's a steal, 2 seconds, and a foul called as he was attempting a three-point shot.
He should have just let that one go.
I don't know if they're going to call it in the act of shooting or not. They are. They will give Stephen Wilkerson 3 free throws as time expired. How about that?
That was not a good foul right there.
Nope.
You just got to let that one go. The clock's winding down. He's throwing up a Hail Mary. Just let it go. If it goes in, it goes in.
Heads up play by Wilkerson as he hits the first free throw. He's got 6 points in this first quarter so far with 2 more to go.
He's a shooter. He's got a beautiful shot out there.
Yep.
Smooth.
I don't think he's going to miss many from the charity stripe tonight.
No. He doesn't miss many from the three-point line.
12-9, and now he finishes with the trifecta, 13-9. That'll do it for the first quarter of play.
Well, Mark, I would be a little unhappy after that.
Princeton leading by 4, 13-9 over the Southridge Raiders. This is game 2 of the 3A Washington sectional. The winner moving on to the championship back here at Washington tomorrow night. That one will tip off at 7 p.m. I'll give recognition to our camera crew tonight. We have Tierra over on one floor camera. Tierra Black. Up on the top cam tonight,
We have
it's Jaden Goodwin. Down low.
BC Junior, as we like to call him.
Down low is on the other floor cam is Clint Ivy, right?
I believe it's Kane Fox.
Kane Fox. Sorry, Kane. We switched crews in between games, so Kane Fox and Tierra Black, the floor cameras, and
Jaden Goodwin and his girlfriend
Jaden Goodwin up top. The producers are the Browns, Alan Brown, his son J.J. Brown. Big thanks to those guys pushing all the buttons to keep us on air and online tonight. I'm Dwayne Shake, Brooks Robinson, another one of the students in the radio TV program here at Washington High School. Glad to bring you this coverage of the 3A Washington Sectional.
Yeah, Mr. Shake, it is an honor to be up here with you again.
Well, appreciate it, Brooks.
Being
Glad to have you helping out.
Celebrity around all the counties around here. We all know you. They all know you. Sure, people out in Vegas know you too.
13-9, 8 minutes to play here in this first half as Southridge starts with the ball. Oh, boy. 3 attempted.
That was a sit-down
by
play
Joe
right
LaGrange,
there.
and Wilkerson got all of that one.
He's going to think twice for pulling a 3 whenever he's near him next time.
That was a nice clean block, too. No foul.
He was making a statement with that one.
Of course, it stays with Southridge. Matt Price gets the inbound pass. Hands back to Colson Montgomery.
It's hard to believe Colson Montgomery is only a sophomore.
You're right there. He is an athlete, man.
He's one of the best in Southern Indiana as far as I'm concerned.
Jaden Hayes missed it. Rebound to Princeton. There's the 3 by Ballard. He connects. Jurian Ballard hits his second 3-pointer, 6 points for the sophomore. And now Princeton leads 16-9. 7:15 to go, first half. Colson Montgomery walks it up, hands over to Garrett Bogrell. Once again, Southridge not real deep. You'll see these 5 players on the floor most of the night for the Raiders.
Another turnover.
Price tried to thread the needle there, but couldn't get it done. Tigers with the defensive stop, creating another Southridge turnover. Wilkerson now at the center circle, directing traffic. Kicks it over far side. Goes to Muckerhide. Muckerhide hands it to a new face in the lineup. That is Devontae Hardiman. Now they go underneath to Zach Dove. Zach Dove with a strong move, and he gets 2 more. Zach Dove has 4.
They're playing like they want to see the Hatchets again because they got a bad taste in their mouth from the last time they played. They look like they want another piece of them tonight.
18-9. Princeton with their biggest lead at 9. 6:20 to go in the first half. Colson Montgomery lost the handle.
On the floor.
Players diving for it. It's tied up. Jump ball. And the arrow pointing to Princeton.
Yeah. That was a nice hustle play. And look, got him the jump ball. Now Princeton has the ball again. Princeton is out. They're hustle players tonight. They're just having a time out there. Like I said, they want to play the Hatchets in the championship game again.
Tigers leading by 9 with the ball. 6 minutes to play, first half. Muckerhide goes in to Zach Dove. Zach Dove, charge is the call.
That's a good momentum play right there.
Yeah, nice job by Vogel. He maintained his position there. And he got the charge. Coach Haywood having a few words with the official. Didn't like that one.
Well,
Southridge walks it up. 6 minutes to go. Again, first half. Joe LaGrange bringing it up for the Raiders. Southridge looking for a score. They have not yet scored in this second quarter. And there's another foul called against Princeton. That one going against Stephen Wilkerson. This game getting a little more physical now.
Yeah, that was an unnecessary foul by Wilkerson. I saw the arm extend on that. That was just unnecessary.
Only the 3rd team foul, though, against the Tigers. So it's out of bounds for Southridge. Matt Price controlling for the Raiders. Price hands off to Joe LaGrange. LaGrange jump stop in the paint, kicks it out to Vogel. Vogel now tried to make his move. Now he'll feed it out to Colson Montgomery. Montgomery getting sticky pressure from Muckerhide. Has a quick first step. He leaves Price open, but Price couldn't get it to fall. Rebound to Stephen Wilkerson and the Tigers. There's another 3 by Ballard, and it's another one.
That's a dagger.
9 points for Ballard, and Coach Rohr wants a timeout.
All from 3 for him, too. That's a hurt me.
21-9 in favor of the Princeton Tigers with 5:15 to go in this first half of play. Princeton just shooting real well, lights out at the moment, as Ballard
hot.
with 9 points all from the three-point arc.
Yeah,
Stephen Wilkerson has 8.
They're not missing much tonight. They need to close out and box out. They cannot let the big boys get offensive boards down there.
Southridge is yet to score in the second quarter, and we've almost played 3 minutes. So the Raiders going to, good timeout call by Coach Rohr, calm his team down and set something to get them started here on offense. The winner of this one again moves on to tomorrow's championship. They'll face the Washington Hatchets. Hatchets won game 1 in overtime tonight, 64-61. The South Knox Spartans got a last-second win at North Davies to eliminate the North Davies Cougars tonight. Boy, that was a thriller that went down to the wire. Tough night for Coach Dalrymple and the Cougars. They lost a heartbreaker.
Yeah, and it's also hard for these seniors out here if they lose, because they're done unless they're good enough to go on and play for college. It's emotional.
This is a big night. Yeah, that's right. Second season, win or go home.
It was emotional for me losing in sectional for football, and I'm still got one more year to play.
At the half at Lagodi, Shoals is leading Washington Catholic 44-21. Bar Eve defeated Vincennes Rivet to move on to the Lagodi sectional final tonight, 45-22. So Bar Eve is waiting to see who their opponent will be in the championship tomorrow night at Lagodi. Hayes kicks it out to Vogel. Vogel took a step, and it's a turnover for the Raiders. Back to Princeton.
Vogel.
He's a tough player. He played a good game against Sullivan the other night.
He's got some bounce.
He does. All 5 of these, I know I keep saying this, they're not real deep, the Raiders, but the 5 they play, they're solid. Every one of them contributes to this team.
Vogel in warm-ups against Sullivan before everybody was here, I heard did a between-the-legs throwdown.
No kidding.
Yeah, Mr. Hancock relayed that information to me.
Wilkerson now with it. Off it goes to Zach Dove. Top of the key, Wilkerson has it back. Now they go into Matt Dove. Good ball movement here by the Tigers. Matt Dove gets it.
Ooh, soft touch by the lefty big man.
That's the first points for the 6'10 senior. And it's 23-9. Princeton starting to pull away here. Halfway through the first half of play. Or halfway through the second quarter. Here comes a 3 by Vogel. There it is. Garrett Vogel gets the first score
That's
of
what
the quarter.
they needed. They needed that to get the lid off the basket.
23-12. Princeton with the lead.
That was one bucket, but they still need to get several more if they want to get some more momentum. Good rebound by Jaden Hayes.
Ballard had a nice little move there as he shook his defender, but couldn't get the finish. Joe LaGrange now looks baseline, kicks it into Vogel, and Vogel underneath for 2 more. Garrett Vogel has 5.
That's a good bucket for him. Maybe he can be the player to bring them back in this game.
23-14. Oh, it's far from over. We have a lot of basketball left here in game number 2.
This game is far from over.
Zach Dove, and he's fouled. He should be going to the line. That's going to be whistled on Vogel. That is only the 3rd team foul against the Raiders.
Vogel, he seems to be getting a little spark. They need a little bit more momentum. It's not over. It's only 23-14, but
see what Dove can do at the line here.
That was a good shot.
First free throw is up and in. They'll shoot 1 more.
Yeah, Matt Dove, he will be continuing his high basketball career at Army.
Second free throw is good. That is 6 points for Zach Dove. And it's 25-14 now. 3 minutes left here in the first half. Hatchets looking on here in the stands now, watching game number 2. Waiting to see who their opponent will be. There's a long 3 by Colson Montgomery.
Oh,
yeah, he got it. That
beautiful.
was almost at the Princeton bench.
That was a nice shot right there.
Montgomery, 7 points, 25-17. The lead is 8 for the Tigers. 2:40 to play, first half.
whenever you need your stud to step up and make a big shot, he did. But Princeton just went right down and answered that one.
Jurian Ballard, the sophomore, feeling it tonight. He's got 11 points.
That's a big night for a sophomore.
27-17.
They got him for 2 more years.
Here's Montgomery, double team.
Huh.
Hands it off to Joe LaGrange. You can see Princeton's strategy when Montgomery has the ball.
Foul.
But Montgomery's first step is so quick. Really tough to defend that guy.
6'5", moves very smoothly, and he can jump. And he's not a very flashy kid.
No, he's not. He's just a solid,
When he throws it down, it's because they need some momentum out there.
good player.
He's not flashy. He just goes out and plays.
It'll be interesting to see what he does at the next level.
Yeah.
He has his choice.
He has, yeah. He can play baseball, basketball, or football. And if you think he's a good basketball player, I hear you should really see him play some baseball.
LaGrange worked around a defender nicely and lays it in for 2. That was a nice finish by Joe LaGrange. He had a big night against Sullivan in game number 1 on Tuesday.
Yes, he did. He looked a little lax there, just relaxed, went around him, a nice little put in.
27-19 now with 1:45 left in the first half. The lead belongs to Princeton.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming right back in this game. If they can get some stops on defense, hit a couple more shots, they'll be right here.
Jurian Ballard pulls it out now. Ballard off to Wilkerson with 1:20 remaining.
Both these teams want a piece of Washington, it looks like. They want a piece of the people who put out the Vincent's.
Honestly, if you're Washington, it doesn't matter. Both of these teams are so even.
Steal.
Nice steal by LaGrange, and then he lost it.
Looked like he was fouled there.
Able to get it back. Muckerhide pushed off.
Yep. Like I say, ball don't lie. It looked like he was fouled down on the other end. And then Princeton, Southridge goes and gets the ball back. The crowd does not like that call.
We're going to see a sub coming in now as Devontae Hardiman checks in for Muckerhide. Muckerhide has to sit down with 2 fouls. And 1:03 left to play in this first half.
You know, not a single fan left. It looks to be even more full.
Yeah, there's a big crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, fans from different schools even here just to watch good basketball.
I mean, this is a place to be in Southern Indiana right now.
Joe LaGrange, top of the key, guarded by Hardiman. He hands it off to Colson Montgomery. 45 seconds left. Montgomery thought about the 3. He'll take a 3 from right there, Brooks. He's not afraid.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's got a smooth he's got the range. He just lets it fly. I mean, it's kind of hard when you're double guarded to pull it up from there, but, I mean, he'll do it.
Looks like now Coach Rohr's telling his team to hold for the last shot.
They were right in this. They got the momentum, I believe, going into half.
27-19.
The crowd wants a double dribble there. I didn't see it.
Jaden Hayes. Handed off to Price. Price needs some help. 10 seconds left. Goes back to Hayes. 8 seconds. Got to move now. 6.
4.
Montgomery. 4, 3, 2. Colson Montgomery. Yep.
Oh,
you know
that's a shot.
You know that's
right
going to
there.
fall. That was very reminiscent of the Southridge Washington game of the regular season when Montgomery hit the game winner.
That's what they needed going into half right there. That was the shot.
Coach Haywood arguing that he pushed off. No call.
No, that was a clean step back and a beautiful shot. There was nothing wrong there.
So it's halftime here at the Hatchet House in game number 2. What a game. After 1 half of play, it's the Princeton Tigers 27 and the Southridge Raiders 21.
What do you think you're going to see from them next half?
Well, you know, Southridge will make a few adjustments here and there. Coach Rohr knows what he's got to do. As for Princeton, they'll stay pretty solid, I think. They've done a nice job really shutting down Montgomery. Despite that last shot, he's only got 1 3, and he's only got 9 points at the half, so that's well below his average.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'll see many changes for the Princeton Tigers.
As you saw in the Washington game, he went off in the second half and dropped 35. That's a game for a sophomore.
And as we said,
they have the momentum going into half.
You have to guard him everywhere on the floor.
They got the momentum, and they got a good coach behind them helping them through these struggles.
All right, individual scoring at the half. First for the Princeton Tigers, they're led by Jurian Ballard, the guard. He has 11 points. Then it's Stephen Wilkerson with 6 points for Zach Dove. Matt Dove finished with 2. 11 points for Julian Ballard. He had 3 threes in that first half and a 2-point bucket for 11. 8 points for Stephen Wilkerson. That all came in the first quarter as he was scoreless in the second period. 6 for Zach Dove and 2 for Matt Dove. For the Southridge Raiders, leading the way is Colson Montgomery. As we said, he has 9 at the break. Garrett Vogel finished with 5. Joe LaGrange has 4, and Matt Price has 3. 9 for Montgomery, 5 for Vogel, 4 for LaGrange, and 3 for Matt Price. It was 13-9 Princeton at the end of 1, and we're at halftime, where the Princeton Tigers lead at the break over Southridge, 27-21. But a lot of basketball left. Stick around for second half action coming up. You're watching WHSH TV live from the Hatchet House, the 3A Boys Sectional Semifinals. Welcome back to the Hatchet House. We're set for the second half of game number 2 here in the 3A sectional semifinals. Princeton leading the Southridge Raiders 27-21. I'm Dwayne Shake along with Brooks Robinson, student here at Washington High School, radio TV class, producing live coverage on YouTube of the 3A sectional. WHSH TV. Glad to have you along. Thanks for all the positive feedback. And Brooks, thanks to you guys, the students. You guys make it happen. Working hard. I appreciate each and every one. I got a great class this year.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Shake.
Showing them the ropes.
I love being here. This is fun. I got the best seat in the house. Watching the best game in Southern Indiana right now.
Doesn't get any better than this, does it, Brooks?
No, sir.
Let's see what happens in the second half. We'll check the adjustments. I'm sure there were several made. But once again, as I said, there has yet to be a substitution for Southridge.
And they're obviously in good condition. And it's anybody's ball game.
Starting 5 back out on the floor for both teams as we begin this second half of play. Colson Montgomery with the ball as the Raiders open.
Not
with
the pass
possession.
you want right out of the gate.
Montgomery says, that's me, my bad. Pass got out of his control a little bit as he threw it too high and out of the reach.
You don't see that too much from him, though.
Nope.
Pretty
really
level-headed. Smart plays.
Good defense there by the Raiders as they're denying.
That was good. Forced him to call timeout.
Jarian Ballard the ball, and Coach Haywood has to call timeout.
That's some good defense.
There's one strategy we found real quick as we see Southridge Coach Rohr telling his team to face guard Ballard and deny him the ball.
Yeah, you can't. He was the hot hand in the first half for Princeton. You just can't let him get the ball, and definitely can't let him shoot it outside.
Not to mention, he also, controls the game. He's their point guard, so
He's a good playmaker and shooter.
The more you can keep it out of his hands, the better chance you've got at this one in game number 2 here tonight.
Yeah, you take your ball handler out of the game, you're in trouble.
Some other scores from around the area. Evansville Memorial beat Evansville Bossy. Everybody was watching that one.
Woo.
We talk about a top 10 game in the state. That had to be ranked up there way high in the semifinals. Memorial 69, Bossy 57. As we said, South Knox eliminated North Davies at the North Davies 2A tournament, and Bar Eve advanced as they won over Reveille tonight, 45-21. Bar Eve going to the championship. Game 2 at Lagode's underway. Last check, Shoals was in control of that one, so it looks like a Bar Eve Shoals matchup for the championship at Lagode tomorrow night.
And Evansville Memorial has a player a lot like Colson, but he's a senior. Don't know his first name, but I know his last name. Last name is Lindauer, and he is their all-around athlete. He's a D1 prospect for quarterback, and he's also a D1 prospect at baseball. And I don't know about basketball, but he's very good at all three. I believe he is going to go to Cincinnati for football, but this game, Jaden Hayes with the ball in the post and puts a nice shot up, and it's good.
Hayes with the finish. That's his first bucket tonight. Hayes.
Yeah, well, they need him to be a factor in this game.
27-23 now, 4-point lead for Princeton as Southridge is edging at that lead.
See, when everybody is scoring the ball for Southridge, it takes less pressure off Colson Montgomery to do all the work.
Very true. Wilkerson
Ooh.
takes it in the paint, gets it and one. That's a nice strong move by Stephen Wilkerson, the senior.
Very good move.
Chance
right
for the
Very
three-point play. Wilkerson now in double figures with 10.
And you don't want to foul him and send him to the line because odds are he doesn't miss it.
You're right on the Montgomery point you made there. Colson Montgomery is definitely the player every opponent keys on. And with that being said, when you have 2 players, sometimes 3 players on your star, that leaves at least 2 of your teammates open, and Montgomery does a nice job of finding those open players.
And whenever they're knocking down their shots, you just gotta start guarding them, take less pressure off him. So
there's a turnover by Southridge. Wilkerson took that one away, takes it all the way, and lays it in for 2 more.
Good job not to foul there by Southridge.
Wilkerson now with 13 points, the last 5 for the Tigers. So as Southridge was starting to chip away, they had the lead cut to 4. It's back up to 8 now. Wilkerson. 9.
Wilkerson is just so quick and athletic. He's at the hoop in a split second.
6 minutes to play. Jaden Hayes couldn't get the shot. On the rebound, though, he's fouled. That's going to go against 6'10 senior Matt Dove.
Yeah.
Out of bounds for the Raiders.
Inbound goes to
Colson Montgomery has it now. He's guarded by Wilkerson. He'll step out for the three. Didn't get it.
Ooh, almost got the offensive board, though.
Wilkerson gets the rebound. Off he goes to Zach Dove. Now controlling is Kerry Hunter. Hunter
Hunter can
tonight.
shoot the ball, though.
5'10 senior, no points so far for Hunter.
He can shoot the ball. I've seen him do some incredible things against the Hatchets. Unfortunately, that's the only time I got to watch Princeton play this year. Ooh,
He's out of bounds.
he did good defense to force him out of bounds.
Hunter will hand it back over to the Raiders. That was a nice stop on defense by Southridge.
Really nice stop. They need to get something going here again. They're down 9.
5:22 left to play in the third quarter. It's Princeton 32, Southridge 23.
Montgomery bringing the ball up the court. Passes it to Price.
Price at the top of the key, hands to Hayes. Hayes now over to Price. Out it goes to LaGrange. Good sticky pressure here by Princeton. The man-to-man defense.
Southridge is really trying to move the ball to get a shot, and
There they got it.
And that is a nice shot. Beautiful shot.
Joe LaGrange connects for his first three-pointer tonight. LaGrange has 7. He makes it 32-26.
Well, that three needed to happen.
Southridge can shoot from downtown.
Yes, they can. They needed that three to bring it within 6, get some more momentum going. So they're right back in this one.
Zach Dove out to Hunter. Now it's into Matt Dove. Over to Wilkerson.
See, high school basketball, the sectional's a lot like the NCAA tournament. Anything can happen.
2 more for Zach Dove. Coach Rohr wanted a foul there as he thought Dove put his shoulder.
He did.
34-26. They let him go on that one. Now LaGrange blocked, but he gets the ball back. Hands it off to Vogel.
Ooh.
Princeton using all of their height tonight. There's a travel called. Extra step there for Hayes.
You can't have that when you're trying to get back in this game. You cannot have mistakes like that.
Muckerhide is back in. He's playing with 2 fouls. He'll have to be careful not to pick up number 3 as it's Princeton's ball halfway through the third quarter. Tigers up by 8, 34-26.
Yeah, whenever you're trying to get back in this game, little turnovers, making mental mistakes like that, that just can't happen.
Muckerhide brings it to the center circle. Hands it off to Wilkerson. Spin move by Wilkerson, knocked loose, but he got it and put it in for 2. Stephen Wilkerson taking the team on his shoulders now. He's got 7 points this quarter, 15 overall.
He's the senior. He wants to keep playing. He's playing for his season right now.
10-point ball game, 36-26, Princeton.
They are playing to keep playing.
Matt Price for 3. Nope, short. Rebound to Ballard. He's off to the races. Look at that speed. Dove out in front. Zach Dove off the glass. 2 more. 38-26. Tiger fans now getting loud over here.
Yeah, the deficit's getting bigger.
They like the effort from their home team, and Coach Rohr's got to talk to his team. 3:01 to play. It's Princeton 38, the Southridge Raiders 26. Sectional semifinals here at the Hatchet House.
Yeah, I believe Princeton has the more mature team out here. They have more seniors. And they just look sharper. They're playing for their season. They're giving it their all out there tonight. They want to keep playing, and they want to play Washington again.
Yep, that could be the rematch if Princeton hangs on. Washington won the earlier meeting between those two teams. 72-58 was the final.
That was a good game too. That was a barn burner. That one came down to the wire.
Once again, a reminder, the championship tomorrow night is a 7 o'clock tip-off back here at the Hatchet House.
Yeah.
The Southridge Washington meeting was 71-70 on that last second shot from Colson Montgomery, who finished with 35 points against the Hatchets.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe his shot should have been on the ESPN top 10.
It was a great finish.
Nice drawn up
it was.
play. He knew it was in as soon as he shot it too.
Well, you know, Montgomery in the Sullivan game was held pretty quiet. Against Sullivan, Colson Montgomery was held to 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 points.
That's not a bad game, though. That's just not his average.
No, well below where he's
Anybody
used to
else,
being.
that's a good game. For him, that's a low game.
Yeah. Montgomery
Ooh.
thought about it, then kicks it out to Vogel, who's open, and
That's a
Vogel
good
will finish.
shot.
Garrett
Good shot
Vogel,
by Vogel.
7 points. 38-28, back to 10 for Princeton as Muckerhide walks it up. 2.5 to play, third period. Wilkerson
Ooh,
over to
almost
Muckerhide.
Slipped there.
Yep.
Ah,
Dove right to the basket for 2 more. Boy, Zach Dove is the real deal. He's a big man underneath. 12 points.
6'6", 250,
Senior.
senior. He's a football player down there. He is a football player. He's a good defensive lineman. He's a tight end. He's a handful.
There's a shot off the mark
Ooh,
by LaGrange.
offensive board.
But Garrett Vogel chases it down weak side. Another chance. Here's a 3 by Hayes. It's also too strong.
Should have worked that one inside.
And here comes Ballard. Quickly off to Dove. We're under 2 minutes in this third quarter. Princeton 40, Southridge 28. And Hayes says, not in my house.
That was a block right there.
That's the third block with authority we've seen between these two teams tonight.
That's a Dikembe Mutombo. That was a full-out Dikembe Mutombo.
Sometimes you just got to get your point across.
He should have gave him the finger wave after that.
Minute and a half left now. Ballard has it, top of the key, goes into Matt Dove. Matt Dove shook 3 defenders.
That's the D1 basketball player move right there.
He's only got 4 points tonight, but boy, Coach Rohr not happy with his team's effort there on defense.
It's hard to defend 6'10". It really is when your tallest player is 6'6".
42-28. Jaden Hayes
Blocking
taking it one-on-one against the big man Dove, and Dove will get the foul. Minute 7 left in this third quarter. Princeton 42, Southridge 28. Thanks for joining us on YouTube TV, WHSH Broadcasting. Here from Washington High School. Ballard just picked that one out of midair and causes another Southridge turnover. They're starting to mount now for the Raiders. Under a minute to play.
They want to travel. Mike Rohr is not happy. Not happy at all.
Zach Dove out to Muckerhide, and Coach Haywood wants a timeout. The team a little disheveled there. You like that word, disheveled? A little discombobulated?
I've heard that one. I have not heard. No, I don't even know how to say that. Disheveled?
Disheveled.
I've never heard that word.
42-28. Once again, a stoppage in play. Give thanks to our crew.
So Selma's having a good time in the cheer block last game.
Yes.
He didn't get to attend very many games because of his work, but he is having a good time at that one.
Jaden Goodman, Tierra Black, Kane Fox, our camera operators tonight. JJ and Alan Brown, producers, back in the control room, and Brooks Robinson alongside. I'm Dwayne Shake. 3A sectional semifinal game 2. The winner facing Washington tomorrow night. Again, that's a 7 o'clock tip.
I'm getting tired, Mr. Shakes.
Don't
past my bedtime.
I know it. What gives, man? What gives?
I don't
Princeton
know.
with the ball. 33 seconds left now, third quarter. Tigers definitely want the last shot if they can maintain. A lot of sticky pressure by the Raiders. Matt Dove traveled.
Got to walk.
That was a nice job by the Southridge defense.
I think I know what he was going to do with that ball whenever he was going up with it.
You don't even have to jump that height. 6'10".
His arms are. Whenever he's stacked, bet he can grab the rim without jumping. He could probably just put his hands up and touch it.
Yeah. I was not blessed with that kind of height.
Oh, no.
I'm lucky if on a good day if I'm pushing 5'8".
Yeah, same. I'm pushing 5. I'm getting close to pushing 6 foot.
6 seconds left. Let's see what Southridge wants to do here. 3 seconds. They got to get a shot. It's Jaden Hayes at the buzzer. Give it to him. That was
Corn
a nice
dogs,
finish.
Jackie. Corn dogs for all these people.
42-30 at the end of 3.
That's
Princeton.
2 buzzer beaters, 2 for 2.
Princeton maintaining the lead, and we've got 8 minutes left to find our winner. I would say fans at home may be anticipating a closer game than this, but I would also go on to say it's far from over. 8 minutes can be an eternity when you're talking about high school basketball.
Oh, yeah.
And with Colson Montgomery on your team,
It's hard to tell them what's going to happen. They're all 1 through 5. They can all score the ball. Colson's their big dog, but 1 through 5 is able to go off and bring this game
and I'll
home.
say this again, boy, Sullivan did it on Tuesday night, and Princeton taking a page out of their playbook, doing it tonight. Montgomery held so far to just 9 points. He was scoreless in that third quarter. How about that?
Yeah, they're shutting them down, forcing everybody else to take their shots. See, when you're a stud, everybody counts on you to take the shots. Now you're forcing all your other teammates to get involved and do their job. For the most part, they have.
So we got 8 minutes left to find the winner here at the Hatchet House. Coach Rohr giving final instruction to his players. Once again, no subs at all tonight for Coach Rohr. Starting 5 have played this entire game. It's 42-30. Princeton will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Wilkerson walks it up for the Tigers.
Princeton is a very, very athletic team and a very talented team. They're good at moving the ball around and picking good shots.
18-5.
Ooh.
Almost a travel there.
Oh,
Wilkerson.
Oh
My. Wilkerson.
There it is.
To Dove, and
The throwdown.
look at that goal shaking. That got the fans excited
Yeah.
on the Princeton side.
The famous words of Dick Vitale, slam, jam, bam, baby.
6 points for Matt Dove, 44-30. Colson Montgomery triple teamed over there. That's why he's only got 9.
Yeah.
Vogel had a nice move to the hoop but couldn't get the finish. Rebound Princeton.
That was a monster throwdown.
Tigers starting to pull away now.
14 points, fourth quarter. That they did not need them to come in here with that.
Wilkerson,
Oh,
high arching shot. I think it went off the rafters before coming down.
that was a hurt me.
Yep, Wilkerson now
17-point deficit right now.
with 18 points. And there's Montgomery for 2.
Montgomery.
Colson Montgomery with his first points of the second half, 47-32. 6.5 minutes to play. You know, if you're Coach Miller and the Hatchets, nice to get that first game and get the win. You have the comforts of watching this one, taking notes.
If I'm Coach Miller and the Hatchets watching Princeton tonight, I'm a little worried.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle tomorrow, no doubt about it.
Because they all came to play, and last time they played, not everybody came to play.
Short on Princeton. Colson Montgomery, coast to coast, 2 more. I tell you this, Brooks, you mark my word, Montgomery will take this team on his shoulders for this final 6 minutes. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't finish with 12, 14, 16 points.
He's going to finish this
You see
game.
how quick he gets up the floor? I mean, that was like 8 steps.
6'5", very smooth. Lefty at that. When you got those combinations left with a lefty, it's dangerous. Look at James Harden.
That's right. He had 56 points the other night.
56.
That's impressive on any standard.
He puts the team on his shoulders.
47-34, Princeton leading. 6:09 to play here in the 3A sectional semifinals, game number 2.
Let's talk about that throwdown by Matt Dove out there. That was a shack.
Anytime you can see that at the high school level,
It's fun.
it's impressive.
It's
Yes.
fun. It just brings a whole nother electricity to the stadium. Like college, you see that, you're not that shocked, but high school, you see that, this place gets pretty loud.
It's a different story.
Everybody stands up, no matter who you are. My first high school dunk witness was, what's his name? Micah Bullock from Bar Eve.
I thought you were going to say your first high school dunk. For a
No, I didn't watch basketball back then.
minute.
I didn't.
So you can't dunk it? Is that what you're saying?
Nah.
3 from Ballard is good.
Ooh.
He was left all alone, and now Princeton really feeling it. They're up 50-34.
Southridge just not looking like their normal self
That's
tonight.
the 4th three-pointer for Ballard.
Southridge,
Got a lot of catching up to do now against this Princeton team. It's not going to be so easy.
Oh, Jaden the who?
Hayes kicks it out to Price for 3. Price drains it. Matt Price with his second three-pointer.
That's a good way to answer it back right there.
50
See if
to
they can
37.
get a stop here. Mr. Shake Dad, your comment. No, I'd have dunked a girl's ball, but not a full-size men's ball.
That doesn't count.
It counts. It's a ball, ain't it?
It's a Nerf ball.
A girl's ball.
Oh, I thought you said a Nerf ball.
I can dunk that too.
5 minutes to go. Princeton patient this time. Mucker Hyde takes it up and in. Boy, Princeton cannot miss at this point.
No.
Mucker Hyde.
When you're trying to get back in this game for Southridge, it's just tearing your confidence away little by little, because you're doing all you can, and they just keep knocking down. Oh my, little wild. If that would have went in. Oh.
Colson Montgomery too far underneath the bucket.
They look a little frustrated out there right now. Like they have the look of I don't know what more to do out there.
And the foul was called against Price, his second. Team second. Not a lot of fouls whistled in this game.
No, it's been a very fast-paced game. A lot of run and gun.
52,
it's a good game, though.
52 to 37. 4.5 minutes left to play. Sticky pressure on Wilkerson. They get it off to Matt Dove, and now it goes over to Mucker Hyde. Mucker Hyde to Zach Dove. Zach Dove, baseline.
Ooh, stolen.
And the steal by Price. Here comes Southridge. Price out to LaGrange. He'll try for 3. Can't get it. Rebound, fought for. No good. And Princeton comes up with it. Wilkerson behind the back.
They tried another dunk, but he got fouled. They were going to hack him before they let him dunk on him again.
Zach Dove was going in for the dunk. But how about that pass from Wilkerson?
That was a pass.
Behind the back.
I knew the ball was going to Dove. I didn't know if it was coming off an oop or a pass, but I knew it was going to him.
I have one thing to say about that.
Ouch.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. That's ESPN stuff right there.
Oh, yeah.
First free throw was good by Matt Dove. You know, Wilkerson has got to be going to play somewhere. I have to do my research.
He's maybe not D1 per se, but D2 definitely.
54-37 now.
Because I know if I'm an Oakland City coach, I'd love to have him. He's probably a little too good for there, though.
4 minutes left. Ball goes to Bogerl.
Uh-oh.
Now Colson.
Oh, beautiful.
Montgomery in for 2.
That's a beautiful move right there.
54-39.
Well, Euro step action. I told you, it's James Harden.
Princeton in control right now. Southridge trying, fighting tooth and nail.
He's also like James Harden, as in he averages 30-some points a game.
3.5 minutes left to go. Matt Price almost got the steal. Well, you can't fault the Raiders' effort here.
Well, 3 minutes left. They can still do it. I believe in them.
And now what do we got? We got some contact away from the basketball.
Number 3.
Two players.
There. Price has been known to have a mouth on him, I've heard.
Price and Ballard. And it's going now. We're playing ball. A lot of contact.
Oh, yeah. He got a technical last game against Sullivan.
There's a shot, no good. Rebound to Hayes and the Raiders. And here comes Montgomery off to the races behind the back. No on the runner, though. No on the runner. Couldn't get it. Montgomery thought he was fouled. Princeton comes up with the board.
I thought he was going to make it besides the foul.
3
Every
minutes.
time he puts it up, it looks like it's going in.
Coach Haywood wants a timeout to talk to his Tigers. 3:05 to play here. Game 2 of the sectional semifinals. It may be too little too late for the Raiders now, as time is becoming a factor. Princeton leading.
I believe they can do it.
54-39.
I believe they can do it. I just don't know if it'll happen.
Once again, championship game tomorrow night is 7 o'clock. And you can watch it live here on our YouTube feed. Help us spread the word. And if you're enjoying what you're seeing, you can comment to us. Always enjoy hearing from you. This is a service we're glad to provide here from Washington High School. in
Luke
our
Zeller
radio TV
is
class.
here in the crowd with us, a former Washington Hatchet alumni.
Yep, you see that 2005 banner up there, Brooks?
Yes, sir. That's due to his
That
half-court shot.
belongs to Mr. Zeller and his teammates. What a game that was. You
I
know,
believe
the
all of them belong to the Zellers.
IHSAA put out promos to hype up the sectional tournaments this week, and one of those included the audio of our WAMW's radio coverage of that shot. I was there courtside. I'll never forget it. Actually teared up. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
My dad said that is the only state championship team he's seen that could have won it without a 7-footer.
But a 7-footer didn't hurt things.
No.
3 minutes left to go. Princeton has the ball in the lead, 54-39. It looks like at this point the Tigers are going to move on to face the Washington Hatchets.
Yeah, and that was not a knock to the Hatchet program. That was just saying that he said that team had so much talent. They
did. They were deep.
You had Isaac Stahl out there.
Had a good run of great
Brett
talent.
Madison. A lot of the greats out there.
2.5 minutes to go, and there's a turnover. Good job by the Southridge defense. So 54-39. Raider ball. They are trailing by 15.
Isaac Stahl was
There's
one of
a
my
long
basketball
three by
coaches.
Montgomery. No good. Too strong. Colson Montgomery has attempted several of those.
Turnover goes to Southridge.
Tigers lost the handle.
That's a big turnover right there at this point in the game.
The full court pressure getting to the Tigers a bit on that one. So baseline out of bounds for Southridge. Raiders work it into Vogel. Vogel. Blocked.
Good block
by Matt
by
Dove.
Dove.
Here comes Wilkerson. Handoff to Zach Dove and a finish. Zach Dove with two more.
I think Matt Dove was hoping his brother would have missed that one because he was right there to catch that one for the throw back in.
56-39 and a foul called against Princeton. Going to send Joe LaGrange to the line. Joe LaGrange, 7 points this evening.
Relieved to see some Southridge fans leaving.
This is the first trip to the free throw line for the Raiders tonight with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Good.
The free throw is good. How about that? You don't see that very often.
No? Yeah, this is.
One more free throw on the way. It's also good. Both of them count for Joe LaGrange. So it's 56-41. Final 2 minutes ticking off the clock. Full court pressure by the Raiders. Muckerhide to Wilkerson. And there's the turnover. Southridge defense gets the job done. Quickly, here's Montgomery. Montgomery,
Blocking
baseline,
foul.
and he's fouled by Muckerhide. Only the fourth team foul against Princeton.
Princeton coach was not like that.
Out of bounds for Southridge. Third foul on Muckerhide. Baseline for the Raiders here. Work it into Vogel. Vogel takes the three, and no, it's short. I thought that was going in. LaGrange gets the rebound, and one extra step he traveled. Oof.
They just look off kilter tonight. They
Minute
they
and a
don't
half
have
to
their
play.
usual self.
Well, Princeton is the real deal.
Oh yeah, they got the size, the athleticism, and the fundamentals, and the coaching. They got it all.
There's Wilkerson.
Oh,
He missed the dunk. The rebound to Matt Dove. And now the Tigers get it back. And a quick foul on.
Told you we were going to see some high five action.
You're right.
I think you should have tried to one-hand that. Oh,
That's Matt Price, his third. Out of bounds for Princeton.
Can't fault the effort though. When you're enjoying a lead like this, why not go for it?
There's a foul against Southridge. That's going on Vogel.
How many seniors does Southridge have in the starting lineup?
I had that. I forgot to write it down.
Another
They
foul.
have just one, actually.
Just one.
Or no, I'm sorry, two. Jaden Hayes and Joe LaGrange are both seniors. I'm sorry, Matt Price is also senior. So they're losing 3 of these 5.
3 of these 5. But they still get Montgomery back.
Yeah.
But all those players you just named that were seniors, they are huge impact players.
There's the 7th team
rough.
foul, so now it's free throws. Crowd starting to file out here. As Princeton looks like they have it in hand now. They will play for the championship tomorrow night against the Washington Hatchets. Once again, tip-off is 7 o'clock. Free throw from Zach Dove is in.
Zach Dove.
He'll get the bonus.
He had a big night against Bar Eve.
He had a big night tonight, too. 15 points for the senior Dove. Second free throw is good. Well, one thing Washington can hope for is Southridge wearing down Princeton a little bit tonight. They got to turn right back around and play here tomorrow.
They need a good night's rest. Probably going to...
Vogel hits the 3 there. Garrett Vogel, his second 3 ball, 10
points. Do you think the coach will call for a walkthrough tomorrow or no?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll walk through in the morning. Tip-off is 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Matt Price fouls again. Muckerhide. So Muckerhide's going to shoot the free throws.
Well, I got to give it to Southridge. They played their hardest tonight. They just looked a little out-kiltered.
They did.
They are not their usual self.
Well, and credit Princeton. They did a nice job shutting down Colson Montgomery.
They did. Princeton all around had a good night, offensively, defensively.
First free throw for Muckerhide is good, so he'll shoot another one.
They showed their true potential, what they can be tonight.
One more free throw for Muckerhide.
Like I said before, if I'm Coach Miller, I'm a little worried.
Under a minute left to go. Montgomery.
A reach-in foul on Muckerhide, I believe.
It's only the 5th team foul, no bonus yet.
It's been a good night, Mr. Shake.
Yeah, it has. Good basketball, great crowd, great atmosphere, great venue. Colson Montgomery gets 2 more and a timeout called by
Colson
Southridge.
Montgomery has gave it his all. He just not enough.
59-46. Championship game coming up tomorrow night.
They're doing the goodbye chant. Princeton is.
Need a packed house here tomorrow for Hatchet fans. Washington hungry for a sectional championship.
That would be the first one in a while.
Let's hope they can get it done. I'll tell you what, I like the team's chances.
When was the last time they won a sectional? When was the last time they were in the sectional championship?
I knew you were going to ask that. It's been a few years.
I believe the last time was when I was in 7th grade.
This is a tough tournament, always is, this 3A sectional.
Oh, yeah. Princeton is chanting they want Washington. And they do. They played like they wanted it tonight. They saw who the winner was, and they're like, we want them again.
The Washington
we
cheer
want them
block,
again.
several of the cheer block is still here watching the second game. They're chanting at the Washington cheer block that stayed around for game number 2.
They want them too, but
I love the atmosphere.
Oh,
Tournament
yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
Muckerhide hits the first free throw.
When you're a player and you hear those chants too, it just fires you up. You can't wait to go back out there on the court.
Second free throw good.
Also, if I'm a stud player and I hear the overrated chant, that fires me up.
Three
Ooh,
by Jaden Hayes.
That was
connects.
deep.
61-49. Foul quickly with 30 seconds left. It's going to send Ballard down to shoot 2. Well, Princeton's going to get their wish. They will have Washington tomorrow.
Well played game by Princeton tonight. They gave it all.
Fifth
Let's see
foul.
if they're going to have enough in the tank for tomorrow. Against
So
Washington
the
Hatchet.
foul is against Matt Price. He's going to foul out. Camden Gasser is going to come in. Coach Rohr gives Matt Price a big hug as he is one of the seniors on this ball club.
I believe there are some tears being shed out there.
The free throw for Ballard is good. He'll shoot one more.
My heart's out to these seniors.
Both of the free throws are good. And the sub comes in now for Princeton. Checking into the lineup is Rhett Thompson. Also coming in now for the Tigers is Colin Holzmeyer. And one more. Here's Ethan
Two
Cochran.
more.
And Cole Hurt. So Coach Haywood clearing the bench. Now Coach Rohr will do the same. Carter Whitehead coming in. Sam Summersheim also coming in. That's Jaden Culberson and Caden Nycomb. Also checking in for the Raiders.
Southridge gave it their all, just wasn't enough. Princeton was ready to play. They came out and struck early. And they are going to win and play Washington tomorrow. Like I said, my heart's out to these seniors tonight. They
There's
play
a
hard.
three that counts for Carter Whitehead. He quickly comes in and connects.
That's a nice shot.
66-49. So the game not quite as close as some had anticipated.
No, but it was a very good game. If you came, you probably, if you're a Southridge fan, you left disappointed. If you're a Princeton fan, you left very excited.
You're ready for the
because
championship.
they want to play Washington again. You saw that tonight.
63-52 here. Final seconds starting to tick away here. As a foul's called on baseline against Princeton. That is only the 6th team foul. So still
You would
no
have
bonus.
asked me who was going to win this game tonight. I really couldn't have told you.
It was up in the air. 18-5 Princeton coming in, 19-5 for Southridge coming in. The inbound pass is deflected and it's going to go to Princeton. I'm not sure what the call was. I think it was a kick maybe. So the Tigers inbound it with 10 seconds left, and that should do it here.
At the Hatchet House.
Princeton going to the championship as they eliminate the Southridge Raiders in Game 2 of the sectional semifinals. Final score on the scoreboard, the Princeton Tigers 63, Southridge Raiders 52. Brooks, your final thoughts on game number 2 tonight?
It was a good game. It was not what I expected I expected a little bit closer contest. Wasn't a blowout, just not as close as I thought it was. And it has been an honor being up here with you once
Good
again,
job
Mr.
as always.
Shake.
Appreciate you helping out.
I enjoyed
Again, thanks
doing
to the
this.
viewers watching on YouTube tonight at WHSH Broadcasting. We'll see you back here tomorrow night for the championship, the big finale. One team will move on. One team will see the season come to an end. 7 o'clock tip-off tomorrow in the championship game with Washington and Princeton. For Brooks Robinson and our crew, I'm Dwayne Shake reminding you of the final in game number 2. The Princeton Tigers 63, Southridge Raiders 52. Good night, so long from the Hatchet House in Washington.